Kegels. What are they and should you do them? I'm Pauli, a women's health physical therapist, and this is Beyond the V Women's Health. I am on a mission to shed light on the lack of care, the lack of conversation about these uncomfortable topics, and to create resources for you and provide help. I created this channel because no mom or woman should have to struggle when there are answers. Years and years ago, Dr. Arnold Kegel, he discovered that you can contract your pelvic floor. So a Kegel or a Kegel is just that, a pelvic floor contraction. So if our pelvic floor muscles line the bottom of our pelvis, a Kegel is just you taking those muscles, contracting, and then relaxing. That's a Kegel. A lot of doctors, a lot of practitioners, or even a lot of people who potentially could be experts on this topic will say, just do your Kegels. A lot of times I'll hear patients say, oh yeah, I do my Kegels and they never work. Let me explain a little bit more on this as to why I'm not really a huge fan of them. Think with me for a minute. If you went to a personal trainer and you said, listen, I need you to get me in really, really good shape. And this trainer says, not a problem, just lay down. I want you to squeeze all your muscles and relax. Squeeze all your muscles and relax. And all you need to do is just do that anytime you're at a stoplight, anytime you happen to get some free time and you think about it. What in the world would you say? You probably would ask for your money back because that is ridiculous. That is what a Kegel is. That is what all these experts and medical professionals are telling you to do, is just squeeze your muscles and hope it goes well. The reason this isn't enough is because we are not understanding the pelvic floor in how it works. So I'll tell you this. What we are learning about the pelvic floor is that our pelvic floor is very closely related to our hip and what it does. This model doesn't show it very well, but if you were to go and look up, just take my word for it, all of the origins and attachments of the muscles, so where they start and where they end of the hip muscles, they share a lot of the same locations as our pelvic floor muscles. So what we know is that whatever the hip is doing or not doing, it can dictate what the pelvic floor is or isn't doing. The other consideration that we need to know or at least when we're talking about strengthening the pelvic floor and its 12 muscles, it is the only group of muscles in the body that has fibers that run in all three planes of motion. So we are 3D people living in a 3D world. So wouldn't we want to use our muscles that run in all three planes? It seems logical to me that we would strengthen our muscles in all three planes, especially when our pelvic floor muscles are oriented in all three planes. So real quick, the three planes is anything front to back, so that's the sagittal plane. Anything side to side, that's the frontal plane. And anything diagonal or rotational is the transverse plane. So if I were to show you on the model, you have fibers that run up and down. You have fibers that run off to the side. And then if you look in, you can see that there are muscles, or the fibers anyways, that kind of span in a rotational orientation. So when I say do squats in different planes, putting your feet in different position to do squats is not only working your hip muscles, but it's also working your pelvic floor muscles. When I tell you to do lunges in all three planes, to the front, to the side, and then lunge off to the diagonal, not only are you getting that hip working, but you're getting that pelvic floor working. So I'm hopeful that you can walk away from this and say, I might have wasted my time doing some of those Kegels, but now you know some different ways to exercise your pelvic floor so it can get stronger. I am changing the conversation on women's health and I need your help. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell below so you know when there's new videos. And share these videos with friends or other women that you know will benefit from this information. And for more resources, check the description box below.